You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the rundown this morning about things that's going on in Gwinnett. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I know some of you was so disappointed about the Super Bowl last night, but listen, Tom Brady did it again. What can you say? Talent is talent. It was two great teams against each other, and the Patriots pulled it off. So what can you say? I know that it was so many people rooting for the Rams because, you know, they hate to see Tom Brady win again. But listen, you know, what could you do? You couldn't get out there on the field and play for them, so they did what they do. Congratulations to the New England Patriots for winning another Super Bowl and spending some time right here in the great state of Georgia with us yesterday, you and your fans. I hear the airport is a mess right now. I'm so glad I don't have to be out there in that. But all of those of you who are traveling back home, have a safe trip and come again to Georgia because we love having you stop by and see what we do. Had a great weekend. I hope you had a great weekend as well. I got a chance to go to the Rubber Stamp and Paper Festival at the Gwinnett Fairgrounds this Saturday. I said I was going to go, and I did go. And I got to tell you, I had so much fun because, you know, a lot of times I'm always working. And I don't do a lot of fun stuff because I'm always grinding it out. But I took a minute out this Saturday to go out to the Rubber Stamp and Paper Festival at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds. And I actually won a gift. Like, my name got pulled in the drawing and everything. It was a lot of great people there. Man, I wanted to stay for longer, but we had to go to a birthday dinner, so I couldn't stay for longer. But I did get a chance to take a class. And I was so excited about taking that class because I'm not artsy. I've said it before on the show. I am not an artsy person. I want to be an artsy person, but I am not. But there was a woman there. She did a really short class on how to make a greeting card. And I love greeting cards. I keep all my birthday cards and Mother's Day cards and Valentine's Day card because in real life, I'm a mush. I'm a romantic at heart, and I'm a sentimental person. So I pretty much keep everything. But anyway, there's this woman there. She taught us how to make a greeting card, and it took about a good 10 minutes for her to do the instructions. I was so excited about making my first greeting card, and it came out so beautiful. And I wrote a letter to my granddaughter, who is almost 2 weeks old. Her name is Carter. Shout out to my baby girl. I wrote a letter to her so when she gets older she can read the letter. And I put it in a greeting card, in that greeting card that I made myself. So I was so proud that I made my own greeting card that I'm giving to Carter. So when she gets old enough to read, she can read what her grandmother had to say about her and her coming into this world. And that was really fun for me. But here's the thing. It made me want to do more, you know. So I said I'm going to go home. I'm going to switch my office around so I can have a craft space, just so I can relax, because I don't relax enough. I know I don't, because I'm always working. And my husband said to me, I think it was Friday, I was telling him, I said, yeah, I'm going to go to this rubber stamping festival thing. It was Saturday, as a matter of fact, because he was at work, so he works a lot too. And he's like, yeah, because we need to have more fun. And I said, you're right, because we don't. We work a lot, both of us, and it's not a lot of fun. We could stop and have fun, but we both just work because we like to work. But I realized I need to have some fun right now. So this year is about hitting my financial goals with my business, which is a big goal of $1 million in the business, which that's the goal. And also to just live, have some fun, because life is really short. I know that, and I say that a lot. And although I really do love what I do, I still feel like I need to have a little bit more fun. It's not really work because I do it all the time, but I realize there's other things outside of me working. You know, there's other things to living in life outside of me working. So I am going to take the time out to create a side hobby for myself so I can relax a little bit. I'm not always in business mode, because I am always pretty much in business mode and thinking about stuff. I wake up with headaches because I'm thinking about stuff in my sleep. I know I am, because I wake up with headaches. And And it's not a bad thing. It's just things that I have to get done. People that I have to meet. I have a lot of meetings. I have a meeting today. I have meetings tomorrow. I have meetings on Wednesday. Meeting on Thursday. I meet a lot of people because I'm in business. So as an entrepreneur, that's what we do. We do a lot of stuff. We meet a lot of people. We go a lot of places. Got to network. You got to write. You got to talk on the podcast. You have to do a lot of stuff. And I love all of that stuff. But I realize I need to live a little bit more. So I really enjoyed meeting the people over at the Rubber Stamp and Paper Festival. And they did tell me that the Scrapbooking Festival is coming in July. And they said it's bigger than the one that was at Gwinnett County Fairgrounds. They said this is a really huge event that's going to be in Duluth. So I'm looking forward to finding out more information about that coming up in July, because I really want to go. I'm sure that's even more stuff to do, because I've seen some scrapbooks and they are beautiful, and I may even just get into scrapbooking. I don't know. I want a hobby. I don't have a hobby. I used to bowl. When I was in Jersey, I bowled in a league, my husband and I, which I loved. I got excited every Saturday when I would go bowling, and then I had to have surgery on my knee, so I didn't bowl. But I used to bowl, and that gave me an out from business. It gave me some time to just just socialize with a bunch of people and have a good time in the bowling alley. And, I haven't done that here. I haven't joined the league, and I'm thinking about maybe joining the league again. Not only that, that's good exercise. That's a really good exercise. So thinking about joining the bowling league maybe, but I got to do something that's outside of work. So I just wanted to share that a little bit with you about the weekend. It was a great weekend. I'm going to post pictures of some of the vendors that were there on the website later on today. So you can go to Good Morning Gwinnett later on today and check out my pictures. I should have took a picture of my card because I was so excited about the card. It had a little turtle on it, and my envelope I put a butterfly. I love butterflies. That's one of the things I love. But yeah, I'll post pictures later on today at goodmorninggwinnett.com. You can check out my pictures of some of the vendors. I took some pictures of the vendors because I just thought they had some interesting stuff. Now here's the thing. When you go to those events, it is so much stuff to see. It's pretty much overwhelming, especially if you're not into that stuff yet. I'm not crafty. And I want to be, but there are people there who just know everything about everything that were walking around. I met a wonderful woman. I think her name was Sharon. I met another lady named Jean. I met a woman named CJ. I met a woman named, what was her name? She was really cool too. But anyway, I met a lot of people just walking around because it was just a really friendly atmosphere. And that was kind of cool too, just to meet some people and, and get to talk about something else. And they were showing me like how to do the stuff and what is a die cut machine and, how to cut out some paper. It was great. It was a great experience. I loved it. And I will go again. I'm definitely going to the scrapbooking one in Duluth if I'm in town and I'm not traveling somewhere this year. Got a lot on my plate. But if I'm home and the scrapbooking festival comes to Duluth, which I heard it is and it's huge, I'm going to be there. So listen, on to my People Helping People segment of the morning. I like to do this segment because I like to give a shout out to nonprofits who are doing great things in our community to help other people and even sometimes helping pets. But because they do a work that's needed, and anytime we can help our youth is amazing. Like I'm looking forward to one of the things I'm going to be doing this year is starting a scholarship fund from all of the proceeds that come into my company, and I'm excited about that because education is really the way to make yourself free of poverty, free of debt, if you do it the right way. I know there are people who have gone to college and they have tremendous amount of debts. My daughter is one of them. But there's a way to do this thing. And with scholarships, it kind of helps you offset your college tuition or your school tuition, because college may not be for everyone. But for some people it is, and that's why I think with this organization that I'm about to talk about is so important, because they help youth figure out what they want to do in life, but they use the game of golf. So the organization that I am talking about and giving a shout out to this morning is Square One for Youth. They're over in Swanee, Georgia. Square One for Youth over in Swanee, Georgia. And what they do is they teach kids manners and kindness and how to be great competitors using the game of golf. right? Because golf is a strategic game. It's a game of skill, and then it's a game of humility. If you ever watch golfers play, they're very quiet. There's no noise. There's no yelling. Everybody around is quiet until they hit the ball in the hole. Then everybody's cheering, but they're focused. And let me tell you something. Let me just share a little bit of light on focus. Focus is a huge thing in life. I've come to learn this the very hard way, because if you don't have anything to focus on, you just kind of go in circles. And so when you think about golf, they are focused. They are any kind of sports, really. The great people who are doing wonderful things in sports and anything, in careers and business, it's because of focus. And so what Square One for Youth does, they help the children learn how to prepare for life, and they kind of guide them by being mentors. And that's another key thing to success, having a mentor, because they want to make sure that they make the correct career decision for themselves. A lot of times, children coming out of high school, they don't really know what they want to do. They kind of think they know what they want to do, but they don't. A lot of kids go to college based on what their parents want. And I'm not, listen, I'm a parent, but I've always told my daughter, whatever you want to do, I'm going to support you in doing that. And we tell all the kids that, my niece, my nephews, whatever you want to do, we're here to support you. But some parents have their children's lives already planned out. You're going to go to college, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be an accountant, and the kid may not want to do that. And what that does is lead to a life of being unhealthy and unhappy, because you're stressed out about things that you don't want to do when you haven't found your really true passion, or you know what that is, but no one has supported you in that. And I can give you a prime example of that. I have a cousin. She's the oldest cousin of all my cousins. Her dad is the oldest of all the children. My mother had 6 brothers and 1 sister. There was 8 of them. And my cousin dad is the oldest of all 8. And she is the oldest of all the grandchildren. But she is the most crafty of all of us. Like, she could sew, she could crochet, she could knit. She's very, very crafty. And when I was younger, she's 6 years older than I am. When I was younger, she used to teach me how to sew, and, she would try to teach me how to crochet. But I could not. Like, I couldn't get into it like she was, and she loves that stuff. So when we were growing up, she was sewing people's prom dresses. She was a teenager. She was probably 14, and I was 8, something like that. And I remember her making the prom dresses for people. And when Jordache jeans, I don't know, some of you people probably have never heard of Jordache jeans, but Jordache jeans was a name brand jean that came out way back when Jordache was making their jeans. I think it was Jordache and Gloria Vanderbilt jeans was out at the time. My cousin was making her own jeans called Daisha jeans. Now, her name is Daisha. And she had her own jeans that she was making with her name on the jeans, and she could have been a great designer, but I was a little kid back then. I had no idea about what business was. I had no idea at all. And but had I known, oh my goodness, we would have been in a different place right now. And the thing is, no one understood how to support her, because no one in our families was really creative like that. She was born with that gift, she was born knowing how to do that. Like, she's talented like that. Like, she didn't go to school for it. She just knows how to do it. So to me, that's a gift from God. But there was no one in the family that could support what she wanted to do. And so she didn't know what she wanted to do. And she made some bad decisions along the way, but she still kept that talent because it was a gift. And I look back now and I wish I was the older one, because I probably could have guided her a little bit better. But she's doing some great things right now. She makes these beautiful blankets. Like, she sent my granddaughter 2 beautiful crochet blankets that were purple, and I'm talking about the fabric, the yarn was so soft, so now she's living her dream. She's living her dream, doing what she's loved to do her whole life, ever since I can remember. And she said to me, I'm so happy right now. And that just it almost brings tears to my eyes, because I know her struggles, but I know her talent and I know her gifts. So I want to shout out to her too. So thank you to organizations like Square One for Youth, for just helping our children find their passion, find that path, their own path that they need to get on. Thank you for being mentors to them, because that's really important. You don't want to have a child grow up to have a job that they hate. I know there are a lot of people out there right now listening to this show who say, I hate my job, but I got to do it because I got to make ends meet. that's not a good place to be in. I've been in that place, so I understand that. I've been in a place where I worked 3 jobs because I had to make ends meet. I've been in a place where I would go into work and break out in hives because I hated it so much. I've been in a place where I had a career with a huge company, and I went into the bathroom and had a breakdown and had to leave. I mean, I've been there at that place, so I understand. That's why it's so important to mentor children, to put them on their path, not our path, but their path. But we have to help them discover what that path is, because it's not easy. But when you're a child, you kind of can look at what they're doing and say, okay, you know what? You may like to do this. Let's try this out. Try it out now. You don't want to be 30 years old trying to figure out what you want to do in life. You know, if you're 12 years old right now and you look at a child and you see that child has some kind of special gift, nurture that gift. And that's what Square One for Youth is doing. They're nurturing these children gifts. They're teaching them about the game of golf and life skills using a really high focus, competitive sports to help them build life skills. So thank you, Square One for Youth, for being our People Helping People Hero of the Day. If you want to reach out to Square One for Youth, you can reach them at 678-765-7868. Again, that's 678-765-7868. Of course, it's a nonprofit. They could always use your help to volunteer, and also they can also use your donation. So be sure to check them out. Their website is squareoneforyouth.org. That's squareoneforyouth.org. Congratulations go out to State Senator Zahara Karenshak, who was named chairwoman of the Gwinnett Senate delegation. The delegation is a nonpartisan leadership committee here in Gwinnett County, and she's going to be leading up there. She's a new senator, so congratulations on that. And now she is the chairwoman for the delegation. So congratulations going out to Zahara for your accomplishments. You're doing some amazing things. I know she and I have spoken briefly, and I'm going to have her on the show to talk about what's going on with Gwinnett and what we can expect from her and her office moving forward with our county. We love Gwinnett here, and we want to make sure that our delegates are doing what they say they're going to do. And so she's going to come on the show and talk about that in a near future, an upcoming episode in the future, and we'll be able to find out more about what she's doing, and what can we look forward to. Are our concerns being met? So we want to make sure that. And on another politic note, there's a rumor or speculations or something going on that Stacey Abrams may be running for Senator of Georgia. I don't know how true that is. It's just out there, but Senator Perdue thinks she's coming after his seat, so he is on his fundraising mission right now to make sure that he's prepared to fight her, because she almost won governor. She lost by a narrow margin, and so she may just be running for the Senate seat. And we're gonna wait and see. I got to tell you, next year is gonna be something serious. We got 20. I think it's 20 people running for president right now. I should run for president. I should write my name on the ballot. Everybody's running for president. I should put my name on the ballot. I don't know exactly what I could do for the country except for talk, but hey, it's gonna be interesting next year to see how this whole thing unfolds with all these different people running for some great offices here in our great country. And so Stacey, I don't know if you're running, but we're gonna be looking. We're watching. We want to see what you're doing here. Congratulations goes out to Lawrenceville and Duluth. They were named. They were awarded the Live, Work, and Play awards by Gwinnett Trends Magazine and the Georgia Municipal Association. That's a huge thing. When you get an award for being a great place to live, work, and play, that's an honor, because it just lets you know that we're doing something great here in Gwinnett. And I love Gwinnett. That's why I'm here doing the show called Good Morning Gwinnett. But there are a lot of people out there that love Gwinnett because it is a beautiful place to live, and you have some amazing places to play, and we got great industry here. So you want to work here, and if you're an entrepreneur like me, and there's plenty of us here, we are entrepreneurs here. The chamber here works a lot with the entrepreneurs here. They have a lot of events going forward throughout the year. like about 300 or 400 events. We have, morning networking, evening networking, workshops, speaker series here. If you're an entrepreneur. So if you are an entrepreneur, you want to go to Gwinnett Chamber and become a member, because they provide you with a lot of resources to help you move your business forward. And if you are a company listening to this show in another country and you're thinking about relocating somewhere, we invite you to check out Gwinnett. You can go to Gwinnett County and click on Economic Development, and someone in the Economic Development Department will be happy to guide you in the right direction about bringing your business to Gwinnett County. We have a lot of space here, a lot of resources here. We invite businesses to come here, help create more jobs for our residents so we can continue to live a prosperous and abundant life here in Gwinnett. And so if you are listening in any country around the world, you're thinking about bringing your business to the United States, we invite you to come on over to Gwinnett and take a peep at what we're doing here. Explore Gwinnett. And that leads me to what's next. Okay, listen, it is Black History Month, and we like to celebrate. Well, some of us celebrate Black History all year because we're Black, but for the most people, they celebrate it in February, and February is Black History Month, and they have the Black History Month exhibit over at the county building, 75 Langley Drive in Lawrenceville. If you want more information about that, call 770-822-8000. Now, I want to just talk about a little bit about one of my heroes from the past. Madam C.J. Walker, and it was so funny because I wasn't planning on talking about her, but yesterday I was in my garage looking for something, and I found a DVD. Now, I have no idea where this DVD come from. Now, I said DVD because nobody looks at DVDs too much anymore. People still do because Redbox is still there, but most people don't. They got streaming something. They're streaming something on their television. But anyway, I was outside in my garage, and I don't know what I think I was looking for a book because I have a ton of books. And this DVD fell out, and it had about the documentary about Madam C.J. Walker. And I was like, oh, okay. So, I know her story because I've read the book and I've read her story, and she is one of my heroes. If I could go back in time and meet anybody, it would probably be Madam C.J. Walker and Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, there are a lot of heroes, but those are the two that I would like to meet if I could go back in time and meet them. Her, because she started with absolutely zero. When I tell you zero, she was her parents were slaves, but they became free slaves. And she lost them when they got sick when she was very young. I think she was around 14 years old. And she had to go live with her sister. She got pregnant. She got married at a very young age. Her husband died. Then she had to go live she had to move again. But her story is so amazing because she took a hair product. We talking about in the 1900s, like late 1800s, early 1900s. Because she was born in 1800, around the 1800s. And she took a hair product and turned it into an empire. And I'm talking about when there was nothing, no telephone, no internet. They just probably barely had cars. She took that empire, she took that hair product, and she turned it into an empire. I think she may have had one of the first direct sales companies that I could think of, because she built a team of women who took her hair products and they went door to door and they sold it to African American women to grow their hair. To this very day, we love our hair. We love our hair, and we would spend almost any amount of money on our hair. And so she took that product and she turned it into an empire. But she didn't just turn it into an empire for herself. She trained other women how to be entrepreneurs. She was a superstar in her day, and she trained other women how to be self-sufficient selling this product to other women who needed this product for themselves. And so I look at what she did and what she had when she started this company, and it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot, man. It was a dream. It was $2 in a dream. Someone did a documentary called $2 in a Dream. I tried to get that documentary, but that documentary sells for $200. I seen it one time, I think on PBS. It was a great documentary. But the guy wanted to sell it, and I think he sells it for like $200. It's crazy. I think that's crazy. But anyway, Madam C.J. Walker did a lot in her day. She helped push the NAACP forward. She helped women get on their feet and start business and become entrepreneurs. She was a activist for African Americans, civil rights, women's rights. She did a lot. And when I think about what she did with what she had, it's amazing because we have so many tools at our disposal right now as entrepreneurs. There was no internet. The internet changes the game for everybody, but you can't be afraid to get in the game. You got to get in the game so you can be a part of the change. You can't stand on the sidelines and just give your opinion because nobody cares, especially if you're not doing anything. If you're doing something, yeah, they listen. But if you're not doing anything about anything, nobody cares what you have to say. So keep your opinions to yourself because it doesn't matter. Unless you're moving the world forward, unless you're moving your community forward, unless you are moving your family forward, you're just wasting air and space. So if you have a dream, I would say step out on faith because this woman walked by faith every day. She was a washerwoman. And she promoted her own self. She didn't wait for someone else to promote her. She promoted her own self, and she's one of the people. If you ever had the opportunity to come into my office, maybe I'll take a picture. Her pictures on the wall. I have 10 pictures on my wall of people that I admire, and she's right over my desk. Like it's she, Michelle Obama, Oprah, Tyra Banks, right over my desk, and then right next to that is Sheila Johnson, who started BET. Kathy Hughes, who started TV One and Radio One, B. Smith, who's an amazing woman who had a whole industry, Mary Kay, who I love. I think she did some amazing things. Her organization. Now she reminds me of Madam C.J. Walker because she started out pretty much the same way, filling a need and helping women start their business and become entrepreneurs. I think Mary Kay probably is the biggest direct sales company in the world because I think she has about 8 million women who sell Mary Kay. I don't know what Avon is, but I think Mary Kay may be the largest. And I like Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray was not a professional chef. She, she just took her passion for cooking and turned it into an empire. And Queen Latifah held to the queen. She's out of New Jersey. Just people, and it's a lot more. But these are the ones that I had on my wall when I first started out in my business. These are the women that inspired me when I first started out being an entrepreneur. And I wanted to. Now Michelle Obama came in the last 8 years or 12 years or whatever it's been. But everybody else I had on the wall before, especially Madam C.J. Walker, because I just love her story. I got the opportunity to talk to her granddaughter a few years ago because we wanted to make a movie about her. And I had a script writer write the script. I have the script right now to this day. I had a script writer write a script for the movie, and it was the way we wrote the movie, it was so amazing. But first she thought it was a documentary, so she gave us the green light to go ahead and make the movie because she thought it was a documentary. So when it was time for us to actually make the movie, after we had did the casting and all that stuff, she said she didn't want us to make the movie because she wanted a movie to be made, and she wanted Queen Latifah to play Madam C.J. Walker. And I was so hurt because we had did our casting and everything, but I had to respect her wishes, So I did not do the movie, but shout out to LeBron James and Octavia Butler and Netflix because they are bringing the Madam C.J. Walker story to life, and I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to see it. It's a 6-part series that you're only going to see on Netflix. Octavia Butler is playing Madam C.J. Walker, and that's so exciting for me. I cannot wait to see that because I think she's an amazing actress. And LeBron, thank you so much for wanting to bring this story to life because I think it's a story that we all need to hear. I watch biographies all the time, and I would love to see this story come to life. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully sometime this year we'll be able to watch it on Netflix. And Netflix, thanks for picking it up and helping distribute the show. It's an amazing thing. So listen, that's all I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Gwinnett. If you have missed an episode, just go on over to goodmorninggwinnett.com and check out an episode. And also pick up a Good Morning Gwinnett t-shirt or rep your zip code. I got the zip code t-shirts there as well. And remember, a part of that proceeds from anything you buy off of Good Morning Gwinnett goes into a scholarship fund for me to give out scholarships because I feel like education is key to moving up in life. And, whether you're going to go to college or whether you're going to take up a special skill like computer coding, which is one of the top skills right now to have, or you just may want to be an entrepreneur, but I want to be able to provide funding for those who have a dream and a passion for something in life. in a path. I want to do my part, like the people that I shout out on the show every morning. I know my show is doing something, I do, but I want to do more. And my more is to give out scholarships and help fund businesses and help fund education. So go on over to Good Morning Gwinnett. Pick up a t-shirt, buy a book, whatever it is you think you want. Share it as a gift with somebody. But also do me a favor. If you like this episode and upcoming and other episodes, share the show by subscribing to on our iTunes channel. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. I think we're about to be on Pandora. We're going to have our apps coming out pretty soon, so you can download it right to your phone and you don't have to ever miss an episode. And we're going to be on Amazon Alexa. So doing some great things here at Good Morning Gwinnett. Just spreading the word around the world about where we live and what we do here, and the great things we have to offer. So listen, I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. You have a great day. Until next time, make it a great day.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you miss an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.